Hello and welcome to HCS Connects. I'm Kelly Gorel with Hampton City Schools. Today we have Bruce Sturk with us, who is our Director with the City of Federal Facility Support. So thank you for being with HCS Connects today.
Hi Kelly, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, we're excited to have you, as November actually is a special month. It is the month of Military Family Appreciation, and we have got Langley Air Force Base right here in our backyard. We serve a lot of military families at the city level and the school division level, and they bring so much to us. And we also serve actually all branches of the military from across the region. So tell us a little bit about, like, what is your role in that support?
Right, well thank you. Yes, we do have a large military population here in Hampton Roads, the peninsula, with the Air Force Base here, with Fort Eustis up the road. So it's a great community. Our fabric is built on a lot of the military presence here in Hampton Roads and Hampton and the community at large. In my role, I liaison directly with the military installation here at Langley Air Force Base specifically. We provide a variety of resources and inputs with the installation commander. Several projects that we're working to ensure that the base stays here. We don't want the base to close like we had happened with Fort Monroe many years ago. So our council, the city, the school division really wraps their arms around our military service members and their families. So it is great that we can celebrate this month military families and what they do and what they sacrifice and how unique they are in our community and in the fabric that we have here. So I enjoy what I get to do and continue to serve.
Well, and I know you work very closely with Ann Bain, who is our Director of Community and Legislative Affairs, and she helps with that wraparound support for that easy transition. It's never an easy transition, of course, for our military families, because we know that that's, they're moving around a lot, but to help out with that transition as they come to the city into the school division. So, and I know you've done some work with Ann as well.
Absolutely, Ann's the rock star. She and I get to collaborate on a lot of different things, especially when it comes to helping military families come to our community that live here in Hampton, that go to our Hampton City Schools. When I first started a little over 14 years ago working with Ann, we have actually seen the needle move in the right direction where people embrace the Hampton City Schools. And I think Ann has led that effort along with the great school division staff that you all have employed here. People now talk about Hampton City Schools and the great services they provide, our military families in particular. We've had several senior leaders and their families come to Hampton City Schools, and all ranks come now to Hampton City Schools. But Ann has really led the charge, and it's been a pleasure, and it continues to be a pleasure just to work with her. She's a great lady, really showcases what our school division has to offer our military families.
Well, and our military families offer a lot to us. I mean, there's a lot of things that they bring as far as their global experiences, their knowledge that then they come into the classrooms, those students, and they share with our students who may never have stepped outside of our city boundaries and don't understand those global experiences. We've got military parents that are coming in and they're so connected with their children's education, they're volunteering, they're being mentors, guest speakers. So there's a lot we gain here in Hampton and Hampton City Schools from our military families. But I do know that they obviously have got some, we do have some unique things within the city that also supports them. So what are some of the unique things that you're doing?
So we have a couple of different things for the families and outreach, in particular the younger airmen, if you will, not necessarily with a family, but we have through Langley Civic Leaders Association, a group of civic leaders here in Hampton and the peninsula contribute monetarily to support activities on the installation for families and the airmen that are stationed there. We also have the Adopt an Airman program, which really focuses on those young men and women that live, work, and eat on the installation. We try and bring them into the community. I think some of them even get to be with parents that have young students in the Hampton City School Division, so there's a cross flow of information exchange. There may be even some that volunteer, to your point, airmen in our school division, just because of that connection with the families and how we embrace them and do the Adopt an Airman program. So the city has also contributed in years past to a variety of events out there. When they had their 100th anniversary, we helped sponsor a little bit of that activity. So brought a lot of families. We were able to offset some of the costs for those younger airmen with their spouses and partners to come and join those celebrations.
Well, and you're no stranger to the military. You may support them now in your role, but you served for quite a long time. So tell us about your service and why it's important, do you feel, to have what we have at the city level for your role, what we have in the school division for that transition for our military families, because you were and are a military family.
Thank you. Yes, so I grew up as a military brat, they call us, with my dad who served for 28 years in the Air Force. So our family moved all over the world, and I remember going to a variety of different schools. My dad's last assignment was here. My sister graduated from Kecoughtan High School. I was starting my college journey at that time. Then I had joined the Air Force, served for 27 years, and my family sacrificed a lot because I was deployed, moved all over the world. But it was so great to have a community wherever we ended up and wherever we landed, so to speak, to embrace us, to take care of the kids. The kids are resilient, the young students that come to your schools. My family, I'm very proud of what my children did and accomplished in schools, but it was all because of the community giving to those military families and recognizing the value they add, but the unique situations they go through with a lot of different transitions and moves and having to give up friends at one place and find new friends at another place. So, but I look in the rearview mirror and I don't regret anything, and I look in the front of the window here, and I'm just happy that Hampton has an AMBANE. I'm happy that our city council created a position that really focuses on what we can do to enhance our relationships and partnerships with our military service members and their families, because families make the service member, and the families add a lot to our community. So recognizing them and understanding the importance and the value that they add is just huge. I'm really excited that this month is a set aside for that recognition.
Well, and thank you for your service. I think that needs to be said before we even go on. Thank you very much. 27 years, that is a lot of, like you said, burden and challenges and things, but it is great because a lot of our families that move here are military families that are stationed here at Langley or even at another branch that right outside of Hampton, but they may be living in Hampton. A lot of them have families and have elementary, middle, or high school students or getting ready to take that college adventure, and we want to make sure that those pieces are in place for that easier transition at the city level, at the school level, because we really do appreciate them being here. They are part of our Hampton City Schools family. They are part of the Hampton family. And we all know, as a parent, I'm a parent, you're a parent, we have our jobs and our work to do, and I certainly I haven't served like you have, which is much more important, but you want your kids to be happy, you want your spouses to be happy, you want them to feel at home and secure and safe and thriving. And they do give up friends and have to make things, but children are very resilient.
Right.
And there's a lot of things in place at schools to get them involved, and our counselors and other items. So there's a lot there that we can do to help support.
I've been excited over the years how the Hampton School Division, again, in collaboration with Ann, has grown and really embrace the military families, not to set aside other families and other parents and children, but they do have a special attention, and they do get that maybe extra little hug, because as they do transition and move from a different area and have to give up their friends, I think Hampton City Schools, our community at large, Hampton, because of the 106 plus years that the Air Force Base has been here, I think we get it, and we're continuing to strive to improve and to have those conversations with our families that are in the military service, and how we can help even do greater and better things for them.
I absolutely agree. And I'm very glad that November is a set-aside month to appreciate that military family appreciation, because we really are excited that they are part of our Hampton family.
Absolutely.
So as we kind of wrap up, where can our military families go to find more information if they're transitioning into the area or they're here already and just looking for some support?
Right, so I think our city website, hampton.gov, has a good set of resources. There's a military affairs committee that kind of helps with families and veterans and service members, but the Hampton City School website, that's a great resource. If you click on that button, I think it's on the front page, that's a plethora of information for transitioning students and parents coming to the community. Call Ann Bain. I don't want to give her number out, but I mean, she probably would give her number out. But that's a great resource too. But the website, I've looked at that. I think over the years you've captured military families and had them converse on the website so people can actually see and hear input from people that are here. Do your homework.
Yeah.
And give us a look. I think you'll appreciate what the school division has to offer.
Well, and I'm going to laugh because, you didn't know I was going to ask that question. I thought you were going to focus more on the city side, and I was going to put a plug in for the school division website, but I'm glad that you're on it and looking at it. And yes, there is a wealth of information from how to transition, how to enroll your student. If you have a student with special needs, there's a lot of information there and a lot of different contact information from our director of special education to, yes, Ann Bain's contact information is there, and other staff members to help that transition. So yes, it is a great wealth of knowledge and information right there to go to. And of course, you can always just give us a call.
Sure, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We really excited to hear more about what your role is in the city and how we work together, city and school division, which we work together on so many other different platforms, but this is a very equally important one. And just, to really show, hey, it's November. It is Military Family Appreciation Month. Please, thank your families.
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, thank you, Kelly, for having me. It's been great.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining us on HCS Connects. Remember, it's easy to stay connected.